Hello my dear students, today's session we're going to continue what we have been tackling in the previous weeks, the rest of the poem A Child to His Sick Grandfather. In our poem, we're going to open the poem, just a moment. Here we find out that the boy is still talking about his grandfather and his feelings towards him. So from line 25 to line 30 he says, "You will not die and leave us then. Rouse up and be our dad again. When you are quiet and laid in bed, we will doff our shoes and softly tread. And when you wake, we'll still be near to feel all dad his cheer." Okay. So here, as you can see, he started his stanza with a question, which is a rhetorical question, which of course doesn't need an answer. He is just wondering. You will not die and leave us then. Are you gonna do this? It's not applicable at all. So he is asking this question to grab the reader's attention and to persuade the reader with his point of view that he doesn't want his grandfather to be sick or to be ill or even to die. He's denying this idea completely. So he started with these questions so he's gonna attract our attention. He's wishing, as you can see, he's wishing that his granddad will wake up, rouse up and be our dad again. Okay. And then of course he said that I will respect your illness too, that even if you are gonna be in bed, laying in bed, I will walk softly, slowly, okay, without making any disturbance for you. I will take care of you, okay, but whenever you wake up I will be always near you. I will be always by your side, okay, waiting for you to wake up in order to cheer you up and make you happy. Okay, so it's very clear that that the speaker is attempting to rouse his grandfather from his supposed illness and pain or anguish. He wants him to rouse up and return to his previous healthy way of being. This plea, this begging, the child here is begging his granddad to wake up, to return back as usual. Okay, that he's telling him, don't be afraid, granddad, I will be always beside you. Not only me, but anybody who is beside you is gonna take care of you, and you are not bothering me at all, and I will try to take care of your sleep, and when you wake up I'll try to cheer you up to make you happy. In these slides, as you can see, he started with a rhetorical question, which is one of the writing technique or literary devices that we used to deal with. Okay. Another figurative language is, of course, the repetition, like the word we will, dad, you, your. Again, we have a lot of repetition. Also, another type of technique which is related here is the contrast. When he said wake and laid, okay, he's laying in bed and when he wakes up. So this is or when he says die and wake up, okay, these are two contradicting words, opposite words. Again, we have anastrophe in line 6. Okay, this is anastrophe. The order of the sentence is not clear. Okay, we need to put it in its clear order. Another technique which is lighties. When he said not die, he said lighties means negative, or double negative. Okay, not and die, using not and use a negative word which gives a positive word. Not die means live. Okay, so this is called lighties. We using it in order to emphasize the meaning. Alliteration in line 5 when he said when, wake, well. Okay, we have in this stanza a lot of figurative language which is very clear. In the last line we have two metaphors. When he said to fill old man his cheer, so filling here, it means that the granddad is like a container and we are filling it with cheers, okay, with happiness, with them. And also using the word cheer as if it is something abstract, as if something concrete. Cheer is an abstract idea, okay, something is not tangible. I can't touch cheer, I can't touch happiness, okay, but he is using, or he comparing cheering and lightening the somebody's life, okay, as if it is something tangible, as if it is something concrete that I can use in order to pour and fill a certain container, which is the old debt. So we have two metaphors. We have lighted-ease, we have alliteration, we have repetition, we have contrast, we have imagery, of course, in line 3, 2, 4, and 5. It's a very clear image for how they are acting and what they are doing for the granddad. Of course, we have consonancies for the repetition of the w sound. Okay. So this stanza has a lot of literary devices and writing technique, which is very obvious and very clear. In the coming stanza, which is stanza 6, he starts saying, when through the house you change your stand, I will lead you kindly by the hand. When dinner's set, I will with you bide, and A be serving you by your side. And when the weary fire burns blue, I'll sit and talk with you. Here we find out that there is a change in the feelings of the child. Now he's wishing and hoping for the best. As you can see, he's using the future tense, and the usage of the tenses in this poem is very clear. He was using the past tense to emphasize fond memories, and then he used the present time in order to express his feeling at the moment when he sees his granddad while he is sick and ill. And then he is hoping for the best. He is hoping for a good thing that's gonna happen to his grandfather. But again, there is a kind of internal conflict, because he says that although he's wishing for the best for his granddad, he knows that it is impossible to happen because his estate is declining, his estate is deteriorating. So he says here, when through the house you change your stand, I'll lead you kindly by the hand. When dinner's set, I'll with you bide, and A by serving by your side. And when the weary fire burns blue, I'll sit and talk with you. As you can see, I will, the will, okay? So he's talking about the future. So again, the poem is mentioned from the feelings of a child. It's coming straight from the heart of a child who speaks hopefully, wishing for the best about the future. It's likely that the child knows that what he's saying is impossible at the same time. So we have here two contradicting feelings, and this shows the internal conflict of the child, how he feels towards his granddad and what he can express or show. He is telling his grandfather that wake up, stand up, okay, and I will be able to help you. So the boy is supportive, or the speaker here is supportive and helpful for the granddad. He's gonna hold his hand and go to the dining table, and everything is gonna be normal. They're gonna eat together, and then they're gonna sit by the fire, and the boy starts telling him his stories that they used to narrate when they were together. So as you can see, he's only wishing for the best for his granddad. From these lines we can find out that again he is using different images to show us the feeling of the grandfather, the feeling of the speaker towards his grandfather. He's using a personification when he said, when the weary fire burns blue, okay? Even the fire is worried about the grandfather. We have anaphora when he said and again, for listing what they're gonna do together when the grandfather is gonna be well, and he stands up and he starts walking and so on. Also we have a contrast between sit and stand. There is a contrast here between sit and stand. Alliteration, of course, which is very obvious, burn blue. This is very clear as a kind of alliteration. Also the word serving and side, this is another alliteration. Consonants with the word lead, hand, the D sound, lead kindly, the L sound, okay. He wants to make us visualize the kind of state of feelings and emotions that he is undergo because of the sickness of his grandfather, and of course he doesn't want him to live or to die by any means. I hope that you do understand this part, until we meet again, it will be the end of the poem, and we're gonna revise few points for our term exam inshallah. Thank you and goodbye.